Now short.
Kepi
from close range. Well, they almost lulled them to sleep on the line, and the ball came quickly to Kepi. The big boy dives in. In a moment, we're going to be locked up here at 24 apiece.
Well, he's been doing a lot of tackling here this afternoon. Kepi's made a couple of telling tackles, but this time he gets a try. Here's the bust. Some beautiful football there. He was unlucky not to score here. Young Jai Gray just pulled down, just didn't try to do it too much there. The quick play the ball, then they get the penalty, and straight crash play, just straight at the line there. One of the Saints players just looked like they were going to go infield.
Yeah, it was de Belin that got caught at marker.
Yeah, well done there by Kepi.
He looked at it on his feet block, didn't he, 2 minutes ago? He'd done a lot of tackling and a lot of work through the middle, but he finds the energy there for the Bunnies. That's a brilliant try, and right next to the post as well. You'd expect Humphreys to slot this through. We've got a game in our hands.
Just haven't been able to put the game to bed, have they? The Saints.
No.
Too many errors. It happened to them last week. They made a big comeback in the back end of that half, or the second half last week, but they are faltering at the moment. They won't go away, South Sydney. Just keep driving forward.
Humphreys from beside the uprights makes it 24 apiece. We've got inside 8 minutes remaining here at Wynn Stadium in Wollongong. A beauty to kick things off on Super Saturday. Sean Kepi grabs his first try of the season in game 102 of his NRL career, and again Jack de Belin, as it was last week against Atili Tupanua, who grabbed 2 quick ones for the Bulldogs against the Dragons. They open up through the middle there, just a mismatch of numbers. It seemed de Belin was looking beyond Kepi. It was his tackle to make. He missed him cold, and it's 24 playing 24. And here is Sean Kepi to bring it back. Runs it back out towards Damien Cook, who's playing at right centre. From 24-12, the Rabbitohs 2 straight tries to level things up. Looking to make it a 2-0 record to begin the season and send the Dragons to an 0-2 record. Stoppage here for Havili, who has stayed on the ground. With time off, it'll give the bunker a chance to take a look and see what happened here in this contact.
You able to play the ball, or?
That left ankle got caught there under the body of Jacob Little. Rabbitohs appealing for a penalty. Watch again. Body there, the hip just coming down on the lower leg around the Achilles there of Havili. You can understand why he stayed on the ground.
He's up. Back into it.
Dangerous technique. And Jacob Little, and we'll see if he has more to worry about with the match review committee. Amazelos. On the last tackle, Havili in the dummy half. Humphreys from inside the 40. Won't trouble the sideline though as it goes down here to Sloan. Look to Gutherson. Gutherson said, "You take it, young man." And he'll play it here just inside the Dragons 30. Gets a shove as well from Cody Walker for his trouble. Gutherson. Who's got what left in the tank here at the back end of the game? How early is too early? It's never too early to take a 1-point lead. Good stop there. Tackle by Sean Kepi, who's coming into his own at the back end. Here's de Belin, who gets them onto the front foot. Valentine Holmes still out here on this left-hand side. Flanagan turns it back for Val now as he comes towards Hubner. Keeps it alive for Gutherson. Shrugs away from the tackle. Floating to the right-hand side. Finds Jaden Sewer, who sees some space. Another offload. Now Cook. The dummy half playing at right centre. Last tackle force and George Illawarra. Are they thinking about the one? We've got time off here again. Keon Kalol-Matangi being left on the ground.
Very tolerant for the South's defence. What's happening here? Is he?
The ref's saying, let's get on with it.
Yeah, it's the shoulder. Rightly so. Let's get on with footy here.
What's the option? It's a kick across the post from Ilias. Flying high. Sloan is there. Taps it backward. There was a chance. Backward is the call from Gula. Play on. Still the last. Back to Flanagan from Holmes. He gets manhandled. Humphreys. Or was it Fletcher Myers, in fact, who was there to drag him to ground? That's the last and the changeover.
There was great scramble defence there from the Rabbitohs. All hands on deck. A lot of cramping and a lot of tired players out there from that early heat in the first half. A lot of fatigue in the game. Who's going to stand up here, Block?
Well, that's when it's a tough part, isn't it? Who's going to roll the sleeves up and say, give me the ball? Who's going to be the X factor for both sides?
Cody Walker scheming here down this right side.
Now Humphreys with Walker and Sullivan. Could he come back to the Dragons to haunt them here this afternoon? He'll play it just outside the 30. Mamazelos goes through Havili. Playing the pivot roll now. Below the tummy to Gray. Good tackle there. It was Damien Cook. Up in his face, drags him to ground. Last play here. Walker over his shoulder. Havili goes back to Humphreys. He'll take a one-point attempt from right in front. And he has kicked it. It wasn't how they drew it up at training under the tutelage of Wayne Bennett, but he'll be smiling. Old Clint Eastwood up in the coach's box. Jamie Humphreys, an impromptu snap is good.
Well, I think that surprised the Dragons too. Got the ball off the left foot, just steadied himself. Look at that, perfect. It's going into the stand.
Oh, they certainly not planned, but it was an awkward pass from dummy half. He found up with the ball in his hands, straight in front, and just slotted it through. He's got a nice kick on him. That was arrow straight.
Let's get the game going.
Imagine that for a bloke who hasn't played much first grade, coming into the side, trying to control the team, kicking game, and just snaps a goal like that. Could be a winner.
Yeah, third game in the NRL. The one game last year for the Seagulls. Played last week in the win against the Dolphins as the number 7. First choice, Lewis Dodd in New South Wales Cup today. Would have suffered a calf injury, so any questions about who's going to be the 7 in the upcoming weeks for the Rabbitohs? He settled there with Dodd probably out of action for a few weeks with that calf problem. Campbell Graham with the catch here. The Dragons go short. They'll rue not taking the one-point attempt themselves on that previous set when they had a chance. Elected to go out to the right-hand side after DeBellin had made a good run through the middle of the field. Havili now. Just over 4 minutes remaining. Jamie Humphreys, 23-year-old, puts the Rabbitohs on top. Searching out from dummy half. Mamazelos has them back in good field position. 4 tackles gone. And they can control things here. And just making the Dragons work it off their own line if they can't get a repeat set. Boy, there's some tired footballers on this field, but Sean Keppie has found something in the last 10. He's been enormous. He'll play it here. Last for Humphreys. He'll just chip it towards the corner there. Gutherson forced to make the catch. They came at him quickly. Isaiah Tass with the miss. They wrap him up over near the sideline. In front of a sun-drenched hill this afternoon. The Dragons fans have gone a little bit quiet suddenly after they've squandered a 24 points to 12 lead.
They certainly have. They've got to go 80 metres here, the Dragons. They shift it left.
Comes out to Holmes. Does some dancing. Good work again by Myers defending inside Campbell Graham there. Stayed with Holmes. Flanagan back to the short side. Tuipulotu. Plenty of red and green jumpers in front of him. 4 tackles gone. 3 minutes on the clock. Flanagan for Gutherson. Looks to his right-hand side. Nobody pushing up there, so the fullback has to take a carry. Coming out of the sideline has cost them all momentum at the end of this set. Flanagan on the last. He finds Ilias. It goes to Cook. Sloan is outside, taken to ground. Good tackle by Isaiah Tass.
Great centre tackle by Isaiah Tass on the number 9 from the Dragons, Damien Cook. Terrific work. He showed him the sideline, knew he had him for pace, and just rounded him up.
You could see it running through his head, Cook, whether he'd kick the ball back in field again. Remember the last one that he kicked went into touch, so beautiful tackle from Tass. 1-on-1.
So it's Hubner here for the Rabbitohs, who takes it across the halfway line on the cusp of being 2 from 2 to begin the season. And all the injury worries they have, no Cameron Murray, no Latrell Mitchell, no Alex Johnston, no Jack Whiten today. They're missing so much of their salary cap. It's Gray, though, who sneaks in between them, taken down there just by Luciano Leilua. Last play, Humphreys again. Just chip it towards the corner once more. Tasma's there flying. In fact, on that left-hand side, it was a chance for Bentley Harpy. He went up, couldn't bring it down. Bring it back out to the middle of the field. The time and field position very much against the Dragons.
It's their last set, the Dragons. What have they got? They're going to shift the ball left or right. I'd rather be coming left side here, I would have thought. That's when they've had... Here they come.
Early ball out to Val Holmes. Plenty of defence in front of him, though. Rabbitohs haven't got much left in the tank, but they've perhaps got a little bit more than the Dragons, who are really struggling here to the extent they were going nowhere and put it down.
Well, the last couple of sets, Gutherson first, and then you see Leilua go into first receiver, trying to get his players to push up onto the ball. He looked up and there was no one running. They were very flat. No one, they just caught flat-footed under the pump. South Sydney, just a minute to go. They've got to hang on. They've got the ball back. They should win from here.
That they should. 50 seconds on the clock with timeout at the moment. Just got to hang on to the ball here. And quite remarkably, as we said, given all the injuries they have to begin this campaign, they were whacked by the injury stick worse than any team in 2024. They finished the season 7 wins and 17 losses, only 1 place clear of the Wooden Spoon Tigers. And they found something with the veteran Wayne Bennett returning to Rabbitohs HQ, and they're going to be 2 from 2, courtesy at the death of the boot of Jamie Humphreys. Here's Mamazelos, looks out to his right-hand side, pokes his nose through and almost grabs his second from dummy half for the afternoon. One last play here. In fact, we've got timeout with maybe a couple of seconds remaining on the clock, have we? What has the referee called here? He said game over. That's what he's done. He blew the whistle with seemingly seconds remaining on the clock, but that's it. 25 plays 24. What a win. A come-from-behind win by the Rabbitohs.
Oh, magnificent win by the Rabbitohs. Come from behind, as you said. I thought they were gone, Warren. I thought they were gone, but they fought their way back with 2 tries in that second half. Cody Walker instrumental in the fight back. They all were. They're all out on their feet. That first half was very taxing. A lot of ball in play. Very hot here this afternoon in Wollongong, and both teams fatigued heavily in that last 20, but the Rabbitohs found a way. Humphreys with the field goal to get them home.
You could just see them will themselves. Once they got themselves in front there, Warren hit it on the head down the other end. St George Illawarra could have had a shot at field goal. They were in a great position, but chose to kick across field when it was 24 all. But not the South Sydney side. Got one opportunity and nailed it.
It was a ball bouncing across the turf, picked up by Jamie Humphreys after they'd lost their way badly. And he summed it up beautifully and said, boys, this is take the 1 point, take the lead. And they hung on from there. Over the final 4 minutes, Wayne Bennett marches off 2 wins from 2 games, back in charge of South Sydney. As we go downstairs to you, Lara.
South Sydney halfback and match winner Jamie Humphreys. What a courageous win. Getting applause from all your teammates right now. Talk us through it.
Yeah, no, like you said, unreal win. Kind of backs against the wall there towards the end. We lost some troops and, yeah, we just stuck it out and did what we needed to do to get the win.
Under fatigue, you produced the match winner. What's going through your mind when you line it up, and did you call for it?
I knew in the back of my head I wanted to go for it. It didn't kind of work out the way I thought it was going to, but got the ball in my hands and just backed myself to do it and got it done.
The team's 2 from 2. You mentioned it. Against all adversity today, you had a heap of players out of your back line. You lose 2 forwards during the game in these horrendous conditions, let's say it. What does it say about the team?
Yeah, just believing in Wayne's message, keeping it really simple and just working for your mate. That's kind of all we're looking to do. And it's got us 2 results so far, but there's a long way to go.
And for yourself, what's Wayne's message been? You've got this halfback jersey on your back right now.
Yeah, keep it simple, do my job and work hard for my teammates.
Enjoy the win. Thanks so much, Shane.
Thank you very much.